Hello everyone, Multi-Pro here. We're starting a new series, and if you saw the short, it was a glimpse of what was to come, and here we are. So today what we're going to do is look at the game case and book. And so as you can see here, this is PS2, PlayStation 2, and it has 2002. So this is the World of Outlaws sprint cars, and at that time it looks like their big sponsor was Pennzoil. And you see amazing sprint car here up front. Looks like it's popping a wheelie, and dirt's flying off of it. And you see here at the bottom, this is developed by Ratbag, and we have infograms here. And this is rated E for everyone. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back cover before we look at the book. And here it says that you can do wheel stands and other intense maneuvers at deadly speeds. No thank you. I'm going to try to keep all four wheels on the track and maybe one wheel off. But here it talks about going 170 mile per hour. This is a pretty high speed for when you get into the 410 wing sprints. And we have 12 real tracks, 24 Woo drivers here. And the graphics are based on Ratbag difference engine here. And you can do single race, championship, or career mode. It says it has spectacular collisions, which we'll try to minimize that as much as possible. And damage modeling, of course, we want real physics, real world physics, and the damage on. Screaming 3D directional sound. And World of Outlaws driver interviews, race footage, and DVD extras. So this is a 1 to 2 player game, and this came out in 2002. So let's go ahead here and open this up. And here's the disc. Pretty cool case here, the standard PlayStation 2 for the memory card here at the top. And there's nothing on the back of this disc here, nothing real crazy. Let's go ahead and open up the booklet, if I can get it out. Okay. So the front of the booklet looks like the game cover. And we'll go ahead and open it up. And here are the controls. So I'm going to be using a PlayStation 2 controller for playing this game. Fortunately, the steering is going to be done with the analog and not the D-pad. So I'm so glad about that. This is one of the first games to incorporate that. Also, you can use the right analog straight for accelerating and braking. So that's pretty cool. So this talks about the World of Outlaws, Pennzoil World of Outlaws, sorry, from the 2002 season, and it looks like they've been celebrating their 25-year anniversary. But it talks about that they go to 65 events, 104 dates, 41 tracks, 25 states, over $10 million in purchases. So it's a big deal. So we're going to get to work our way up to the top series through the career mode. We'll get to that in a moment. But this talks about driving a sprint car. Driving on dirt is nothing like paved surface. That's definitely an understatement. But as with anything else in life, practice, 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 that's what gets us there. And we can make adjustments to the car here. It talks about wing movement. And something that I really, really love about this game compared to the current game, the World of Outlaws game that came out in 2022, is that you have tear-offs. Oh, such a great feature. And you can actually tear off too many tear-offs and not be able to see later in the race. So you have to gauge how many you need to tear off. Again here, there's not really a gear to change. This talks about the quick start guide. And your goals, well, your goals make it to the top. And so here's a bit of a view of the main screen menu. And so you see there's like four big headings. One is arcade mode. And then we have career mode, Hall of Fame, and options here. And so it looks like the arcade mode will let you do a single race or a time trial session, or you can do a championship season. And you can actually do 2 players in single race or championship season in arcade mode, which is pretty cool. Not all games allowed you to do 2-player in the season mode at this time. So this was very state of the art at the time. And so you can even do more with career mode. And here are some of the race options that it gets you when you go underneath the options menu. And of course, we'll go into this a little bit more when you see the actual screenplay. And so if you go into arcade mode, you can see here you have championship, single race, or time trial. And there's driver collector cards as well in the game. And you can choose to do damage in arcade mode or not. And there's heat races, which is great, as well as practice and qualifying. And then this is where we are going to be focusing in our series, the career mode. So this is very state of the art for 2002. Not very many games had career mode at this stage. They're racing games. You're going to start out with 12 grand for a basic sprint car, and you have to repair your car. And unlike the 2022 World of Outlaws game, if you have too much damage, sometimes it's too much to fix between a heat and a main event. So we have to keep an eye on that, make sure we take care of our stuff. In the 2022 game, it basically starts as if you don't have any damage when you get to the main event, no matter how much damage you had prior to that. So there's different levels of series, and so we'll be working our way up through some ranks and trying different prize monies, trying to win some more money, but not try to get in over our head. And then sponsorships. Sometimes you want to stick with a long-term sponsor, particularly if you end up in a bad scenario and your new sponsor may drop you, and then you can't really go back to your old one. So you have to balance whether you should stick with your old sponsor or go with the new one. So this is going to be a lot of fun here. And here's the Hall of Fame. So you can view these records, movies, and credits here. And then here's what the screenplay looks like. You have your lap data, your split time, your position, your which lap you're on, your tear-offs, your car. So lots of things here. So I'm just showing you each page here so you can kind of see this as we go through. And you're welcome to pause the video anytime you want to, if you need a little bit more time to read, or you can rewind as well. And then the lead car indicator will be a down arrow with a 1 on top of it, and then the next car indicator will just be a down arrow. All right, so we have practice, qualifying, heats, dashes, A main, B main. So lots of good racing here. I'm excited to show this with you all. And then here's the flags. You have green flag, white flag, yellow flag. We can go into this more in detail if you all want. Just leave in the comments. I can focus on any part of this if you'd like. And then here we have the black flags and the checkered flag. And you can do replays, which is a really great feature. Some games do better or worse at this over the years, so it's really cool to have replays. And then this gets into tuning. This is really very good to read if you're playing the game, if you don't know how to adjust the car. So I'm just going to show this here rather than spend the time reading this to you. But there's a lot of different features here where you can adjust your car, which is pretty cool. You can see here there's some more adjustments. And of course, I think probably not all the cars are going to have wings. Some of them, I hope, are going to be wingless. But we'll see. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played this game. So this is going to be a very awesome game to play. And there's some hints and tips about racing lines and what the cushion is, about tuning your car and wing movement. So that is very good features of the game, and I'm looking forward to getting into this because it's been a long time since I played this here. All right, so we get into the credits here from Ratbag and World of Outlaws. So technical support. All right, and we got some good little things here. All right, I hope you all enjoy this. Next time we're going to get into the actual screens and be able to view it in the game. And if you haven't subscribed yet to MultiPro, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the support we can get, and I'm looking forward to playing this game with you all in career mode.